record. Okay, here we go. Yeah, too bad I didn't record that. Forgot. Okay, so on your backs, and it is 5:30. Let's begin. So just release your weight, your tension. Just let everything drop. Feet are open, palms are up, arms are away from the body, feet are toed out, chin to the chest, and just fall back into the mat. Feel your breath, moving your body. So just clearing the body out before we start practice here. All right, bring the legs closer, about hip distance apart. Make the feet parallel, but relaxed. Bring the arms up, palms are facing each other. Take the hands together, intertwine your fingers, flip your palms up to the ceiling, and really press up there. Get a nice stretch in the joints of the fingers. Now bring the arms overhead slowly. Pinkies are not going to quite touch the ground. All right, now press up into the palms, away from your head, chin into the chest some more. Flip the palms toward your head. Lift your skull, slide your hands underneath your skull, and you can feel the heels of your palms pressing into the sides of your head, right? At the base of your skull on either side, press more firmly yet, and slowly take the chin to the chest as you're pressing there. Now lift the palms away from the shoulders, so you're extending the neck here. Elongating the neck. Now bring the elbows up to the ceiling. Lift your head gently and take your chin to your chest. Nice curl at the top of the spine and the neck. Breathing here. Slowly bring your head back down to the ground. Open your elbows to the sides. Relax your arms. Feet are still parallel. Arms, release them from your head. Take the hands to the ceiling and arms in a T position. Flex both heels. Flex them so much. Really push out through the heels. Open the toes. Spread the toes apart. So much so that you really feel the calf muscles open up. Now press down into the calf muscles, feeling it all the way up into the shin. Draw your navel to the floor. Gently, gently. Keep the flex. Keep the pressing down in the calf muscles. Soften at the shoulders. And release the legs here. Flex the heels again. Slowly bring the right leg up to the ceiling. Very, very slowly bring the arms up to get a hold of the back of that leg. Intertwine your fingers. Bend your elbows to the sides and feel a nice opening in the hamstrings. Backs of the thigh, right? Right leg this time, from the knee to the hip. Soften the shoulders. Use the upper arm muscles to pull that leg down. Breathe into this, and if your thigh is resting on your right torso, really breathe deeply into the belly so you can move the belly into the thigh. Release the left arm, palm is up. Take the right hand to the inside of that right leg, re-straighten it, flex that heel some more, make that right leg super, super active. Now, slowly draw it down to the right side. Take your left hand to the left hip bone just to keep it steady so it doesn't turn to the right with that leg. Feel the right inner thigh open and just hang out here. So you've got the weight of your hand, the weight of your arm on that leg. It's just hanging out. Breathe deeply. Where do you feel this? Go there. Okay, Release your hand from that right leg. Release the left arm so you're in a T pose again. Flex the right heel out to the side and make circles. Push out through the heel. Feel it work the abdominals. Keep the shoulders soft. Keep the upper back soft. Reverse. Nice. Bring that leg back up to the ceiling. Bend the knee. Sweep the left arm over. Left hand grabs the side of that leg and draws it all the way over to the left side of your mat. Here comes a big opening for the right hip, a spinal twist rotation, and a right chest shoulder opener. Just let the body settle into this position. Use some good rib cage breath here. Remember that 360 degrees, front, back, and sides of the rib cage, all expanding. So we tend not to open up the back when we breathe. The back of the rib cage tends to be a little sticky, a little tight. Really get it into the back of the rib cage. Open the back. All right, release that left hand. It's up to the ceiling. Now you're in a T position again. Straighten that right leg. Push through a very, very flexed heel. Push through some more. Push through some more. Hold it. Draw the navel back for stability and circle here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right hip. Nice circles. You just feel that femur, that thigh bone rotating in the hip joint. Okay, other direction. Keep the legs straight, bring it back up to center. Feel the lower back make contact with the mat, chin to the chest, straighten everything out again. Leg comes straight up to the ceiling. Flex the left heel and the right and slowly let this leg down. Now, as you're coming down super slowly, push through the flexed heel. Push, push. You're keeping that right leg super long all the way down. It's going to come all the way down. The heel is actually going to hit the ground and then soften everything, everything in the body. All right, make the feet parallel if they're not. Flex the heels and slowly bring the left leg up to the ceiling. Press that heel up, get a nice big opening at the back of that left leg, chin to the chest. Take the hands and grab the leg somewhere, intertwining your fingers, bend your elbows out to the sides to bring that left thigh down in toward your left torso. Keep the shoulders relaxed, use the upper arm muscles instead. Breathe here as you experience your left hamstring muscles. Notice what they feel like when they're getting this stretch. All right, flex that left heel straight up to the ceiling. Right hand comes to the top of the right hip bone. Left arm reaches out to the side. Slowly, oh, no, 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 I'm wrong. Sorry, everyone. Take the left hand to the inside of that leg. Try not to get it right to the knee, though, either above or below the knee. All right, bring it out to the side slowly. Really feel the left inner thigh open. Yeah, keep the leg as long as possible. If you need to bend your knee, that's okay. Just keep it as long as you can. Flex through that heel here. Push out through it. Let that arm be heavy, hand be heavy on that leg, kind of dragging it down toward the ground. Take some nice breaths here. Release that left hand from the leg. Release the right. And flex through the heel and circle. Push that circle out to the side. Nice and controlled. Breathe through it. And reverse. Even feel those abdominals work here. Keep the legs straight. Slowly bring it back up to the ceiling. All right. Get everything straightened out again. Bend that knee. Take the right arm over. Right hand grabs the side of that left leg and slowly draws it to the right side. So listen, I could like swing that leg over really fast. You're not going to get the depth of the pose and the good range of motion if you go too fast. Plus, you don't get to feel it on the way down. All right, soften up the right shoulder, right wing bone if you're hanging on to anything there. Rib cage breath, add it, 360 degrees. Just feel the pose, feel your body, feel the sensations that the poses evoke in your body. Okay, that's what yoga is all about. Release the right arm, right hand comes up to the ceiling, straighten the left leg, flex through that heel, draw your navel back. Here we go, circle here. Circling with the heel, pressing through the heel as you circle. Press out, out, all the way out to the side, as far out to the side as you can get. Reverse. And slowly bring that leg back up to the ceiling. Feel the lower back make contact to the ground again. Straighten out as much as you can into your T-pose. Press that left heel up to the ceiling and then take it down to the ground. Slowly press down into the back of the right calf to slow it down. And then once that left heel touches the ground, soften everything, release everything here. Take the soles of your feet together and the knees out to the sides, bound angle pose, this is called. Chin to the chest. Hold your navel down, okay? So lock up through the core here. Now, press your feet together as hard as you can. You're going to feel the inner thighs ignite. You're going to feel your glutes, your buttocks ignite. Press, 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 press. Keep pressing. Bring the arms up to the ceiling. Palms come together, intertwine. Slip your palms under your head. Open those elbows nice and wide. Are you still pressing the feet together? Keep pressing. Chin is holding on to a big orange between the chin and the chest. Okay, so you're not going to press the chin to the chest. You're holding on to the orange instead. Look straight up at the ceiling. Draw the navel down. Press the feet together. Lift up with your chest. Shoulders come off the ground. Hold it and pulse. Pulse. Okay, yes, you're getting your upper abdominals, but if you want more, every time you come up, press those feet together. You'll get it in the inner thighs too. Now, exhale is at the top. And the deeper the exhale, the deeper you go into the belly of the muscle. I'm not talking about abdominal belly. I'm talking about the muscles have a belly. You go deep into the muscle of the belly when you give a good exhale. Again, deepening the experience, lifting the head, keeping it lifted, lift the feet off the ground. Lift them a little higher. Knees come to the sides. Feel the lower back make contact to the ground. Okay, press the feet together. Not as easy here. Okay, take the knees a little closer to the elbows. Elbows a little closer to the knees. You still have that orange. Press the feet together here. Keep the elbows open nice and wide. Straighten the legs away from you. Bring them back together. Knees to ankles, ankles to knees. Straighten the legs, knees to ankles. They're not really going to touch each other, but that's the direction you're going. All right. So when everything comes together in the middle, when the knees bend to the side, that's where you want to exhale. Make it deep. Make it deep. You're getting upper and lower abdominals here, everyone. You're getting the whole thing. Hold it here, knees to the sides. Now bring the knees together. Open up those elbows, straighten the right leg, and push through a flexed heel. Lift the torso some more, turn it to the right, hold it here. Okay, you know where we're going. We're going to go bicycling soon. Bring it back to center, other side. Press through that left heel, other side. Okay, you're on your own. Now listen. You know I'm a stickler for this. Lift the torso, deliberately turn it. Don't flail it side to side. If you use that, if you use your inertia, you're not going to work the muscles. Hold it to the side that you're on and pulse, 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 pulse. Now you feel those obliques? Other side. Bring it back to center. Bring your head down to the ground. Take your knees up to the chest. Give yourself a nice lower back release. Oh, right there, right there. Nice. Arms in a T pose. Feet up to the ceiling. Take the feet apart. So heels are together, feet apart. Legs are straight. Draw the navel down. Relax your shoulders. So, scissor kicks. One heel over the other. And then start bringing this down. Now, listen to your lower back. If it starts complaining, start coming up toward the ceiling again. If it doesn't, get as close to the ground as you can with this, and then start coming up. So back up to the ceiling, and then down toward the ground again. Up to the ceiling. All right. All right, same position, heels together, toes out. Okay, so you're toed out. Now, start making a circle with the heels. Heels are glued together. Now, as you're making these circles, you're going to feel a circular activation in the core muscles, in the lower back, and especially in the abdominals is where you're going to feel it. Reverse. So again, I could use inertia and start going really fast and just flail the weight of my legs around. Or I could keep it really nice and controlled so I could work more deeply into the muscles. Nice. Come back to center, chin to the chest, relax those shoulders. Open the legs nice and wide. Flex through the heels. Take your hands and place them to the inner thighs. Elbows are bent to the sides. Shoulders are away from the ears. Listen up. You're going to press your hands as hard as you can into your inner thighs, but then you're trying to bring your inner thighs toward each other at the same time. So you're pressing in both directions into the hands. The thighs are pressing, right? And into the thighs. Well, you know what I mean. I said that wrong, I think. All right, back to center. Let's get the lower back. Let's get the SI joint before we get up. Oh, wait. No, 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 no. Let's get the ankles. We're in a nice position here for ankles. Okay, take a look up at your feet. Do this. Take the left leg down. Hold the back of your right leg. Okay, now full ankle rotation. Point your toe away from you. So get as far away as you can, toes from the ankle joint. Now bring the big toe toward the shin. Now away. Now rotate that big toe toward the left, as far into the left side as you can get it. Now bring it toward the shin again. Now to the right. Now point away from you to the left. and to the right, reverse. So there are these really slow ankle rotations, really slow and deep. Now it's really normal to have a lot of clicking in the ankle, so don't worry about that. All right, switch legs. Okay, first point the toes away. So you feel really big opening at the tops of the feet, and you're just like, pressing the foot away from the ankle joint. Now bring it toward the ankle joint, flexing the heel, bring the toes toward the shin. Now away again. Now take that, look at your left big toe. Take it to the right as much as you can. Don't move the shin at all, by the way. I should have said that. Keep the shin stable. Don't compensate by moving the leg. Now bring that toe toward the shin and out to the left side. Point away from you to the right, toward your shin, to the left, reverse to the left, to the shin, big toe to the right, point away, left shin to the right. All right, nice. Okay, let's cross at the ankles, flick your feet up to the ceiling, and come to sitting. Let's go into a table pose. All right, so coming into table pose, and take a look at your architecture. Wrists are over your shoulders, knees are over your hips, fingers are spread apart nice and wide. Press into your hands. Feel the energy come from the palms into the wrists, all the way up into the upper arm muscles, and lift your belly. Curl your toes. Press your toe pads deeply into the mat. And then as you press forward toward the palms, drive the hips back toward the heels and feel your spine open. Nice, deep opening for the spine. This is like an active child's pose. Now, rock the hips from right to left. Keep them low. Your feet are going to rock right and left too. Just right to left here. Now come up to a table pose. Take the tops of the feet into the ground, so uncurl your toes. Now, shift your hips as far over to the right as you can. Okay? Keep that all the way over to the right. Walk your hands just a few little baby steps to the left, and then press forward into your hands and drive that right hip toward the right back corner of your mat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Big opening for the hip and the right side of the body. Now that you're down here, as low as you can go, walk your hands to the left just a little more. Bend your elbows, drop your forehead, and add a ribcage breath. You have a huge lateral opening all along the right side of your torso, from your right pinky to your right hip. Feel that. 360 degrees, get it? Get the rib cage moving in all directions. Walk your hands back to the center of your mat. Come on up to table pose. Shift those hips back to neutral. Okay, got your table pose all set up nicely. Shift your hips all the way to the left. That's all we do for now, remember? Then you walk your hands just a few little steps to the right. And then you press forward into the palms. You drive your hip, your left hip, toward the back left corner of your mat. There we go. Walk your hands to the right just a little bit more. Bend your elbows, drop down. Now, this is an intense stretch. Modify if it's too much. Okay, now add the ribcage breath. One more full 360 breath. And walk your hands back to the center of your mat. Lift your hips. Come back to table pose. All right. Feel your table pose. Make it nice and strong. Now remember, the neck is part of the spine, right? So keep it so that the neck is in alignment with the rest of your spine. So you're looking straight down at your mat between your hands to keep the neck in that nice neutral position. All right, we're going to do a slow segmental cow pose, one little vertebrae at a time. So first, lift your tail, drop your belly. Now I want you to feel that lower back move. Okay, now the curve comes into the mid back. Now press deeply into the hands, press your heart forward, way forward between your biceps to get really good stretch through the mid back and upper back. Now don't draw the back of your head toward your upper back. Rather, lift the crown of your head toward the ceiling. All right, beginning at the tail. For cat pose, keep the front of your body just as it is. Just round your tail down towards your mat and feel your pelvis begin to scoop forward and round up. Now start rounding the rest of your spine, arching your back toward the ceiling, tucking up your belly, dropping your head. Cat pose. And drop your belly, lift your tail, coming into another cow pose, drop your udders, send your heart forward, get a really nice stretch to that entire mid upper back. Press the heart forward for more stretch, lift from the crown of the head. Okay, stay here, just feel your tail roll under. Just the tail, just the tail. Here we go. Let's go with the rest of the spine. Lower back. Mid back, upper back, neck. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Okay, now listen up. Keep the chin tucked toward the chest. Turn it toward your right shoulder. Okay, chin comes back down, sweeps right over the collarbone. Moving to the left shoulder here. Sweep it back along the collarbone to the right. This time, lift the chin, look forward, move the chin towards your left shoulder, bring it down. Right at the center of your chest, turn new direction, chin comes to the left shoulder, lift the chin, send it forward, little semicircle going all the way to the right shoulder. Brenda, I ended up putting neck in here anyway tonight. And then take the chin toward the collarbone, back to center, and release here. Okay, curl your toes, walk your hands back toward your knees, sit your hips onto your heels to open your feet. Feel those spaces between the toe joints open, the undersides of your feet, the plantar fascia. Now listen, if you get cramps or this hurts, of course, get out of it. Okay, now come to a squat pose from here. Now everybody's going to squat differently, and some people don't like squatting at all. Just do what you can do. Now, as you're squatting, try to get the pressure out of the knees. Try to let the hips draw down toward the ground, like really release the hips. Hands in Namaste Mudra. Press the elbows into the inner thighs. Lift the heart a bit. Press down firmly into your feet. Feel them. Lift from your pelvic floor. So remember, that's lifting up from the anus to the pubic bone. So feel that, those internal muscles. Lift them up. Okay, you got that energy? Use it to come all the way up. All right, arms are straight. They're going toward your ears. The biceps are just kind of plastered toward your ears. You've got a really big Namaste Mudra overhead and cross it, thumbs, one thumb over the other. Turn your toes so that they're facing forward. Come halfway down here. Halfway down, you're hinging halfway down. I'll go sideways. It's easier to see. Okay, looking straight down at the mat. Release your hands, turn your palms away from each other, bring your arms back, squeeze your wings together, just fly forward like you want to just fly off the edge of your mat here. Now bend the elbows, intertwine your fingers, send the knuckles straight back, squeeze your wing bones together, shoulder blades, right? And then slowly we're going to come down into a fold. Now listen, if you cannot touch your hands together and intertwine them, just have the palms facing each other. Dropping down here. Nice forward fold. Now bend your knees. Knuckles are still back. Look forward slightly. Sit a little lower in your chair. Swing your arms forward. You're in a chair with slightly wide legs. I mean, your feet are slightly wide, your legs. Come on up. Swan dive down. Grab the backs of your ankles, and if you want to heel toe, bring your feet a little closer, go for it. Drop all the way down, another fold. Palms into the shins as you extend forward for monkey pose. And come back down again, fold it up again. Sit in a chair. Now really push your butt back, way back and low. Send your arms forward. Sweep up. Okay, open the arms, lift your chest to the ceiling. Let's do a nice chest opener right here. Open those wings, open those wings. Send the heart up. Come to standing again. Now come down. Another swan dive forward. Another standing forward fold. And how about a monkey pose again? Press into the shins. Right hand comes into the mat right underneath your face. Left leg bends, right knee, right hip picks up. In fact, take your right hand, put it on your right butt. Go deep and look for that bone in there, your sitting bone. Lift it up. That's what I'm looking for. Now lift the left arm and turn your torso. Listen up. Notice how your right knee is bent. Bend your left knee as well. Sit in a chair. Take your right arm forward, left arm back. You're in a twisted chair. Bring your chair forward, swinging that left arm forward. Come up. Swan dive down. Fold it up here. Oh, let's use this to release the neck, get a little traction. You can even slowly turn your head from right to left and then forward and back. Monkey pose as you extend the spine and lift your belly. Really extend the spine. Feel the backs of your legs open with this pose. Left palm drops under your face. Now the left knee stays straight. The left knee bends, the right leg stays straight. And again, that right sitting bone, you just want to lift it up toward the ceiling and then lift your right arm. So you get this really gorgeous opening in the back of your legs with this one. And this on this side, it's the right. Okay, listen. All you're going to do is bend the right knee. Then you're going to sit your butt back in that little chair. Then you're going to lift your front arm and you're in a twisted chair. Now you're going to swing your right arm forward. You're back in a regular chair. Come on up. Swan dive forward. Come down. All right, let's move it into down dog. So hands forward, feet back, and look for your dog pose. Okay, notice the inversion of the dog. Got your spine upside down here. Arms are open, legs, back of the legs are open again. Now, bend the right knee, press the left heel back. Let's open up those left calf muscles big time. Other side, right heel draws back, left knee bends. Both knees are bent, you're on your, oh, excuse me, both knees are bent and you're on your tippy toes. Bring the knees toward the mat. Don't let them touch the mat and just look forward toward the front of your mat, pressing deeply into your hands, using your core here. Straighten the legs, come back into your dog. Take your left foot just off center line of your mat, root it into your mat, lift your right leg. Okay, nice. Press forward into the hands. Drive your chest back toward your left leg. Turn your hips and open them to the right. You've just loaded more into the left shoulder, so you need to press more firmly into your left hand. Press it into the mat. Keep that left shoulder nice and open and strong. Lift the right ankle toward the ceiling. Send that leg back a bit toward the left. Bend the knee. Let it drop back some more. More load on the left shoulder. Press more deeply in the left hand. Straighten that right leg. Turn your hips so they're facing the mat. Listen up. Glide your torso forward until your shoulders come over, yes, over your wrists, sorry. Right leg is lifted. Okay, we're getting a little leveled up here, so if you don't want to do this, do something else. Bend the right knee, bring it toward the right shoulder, send it back again. Right shoulder, send it back. Strong and steady. Shoulder, back. Look forward, that space between your hands. Take your right foot there. All right. Right knee is over your right ankle. Shimmy those left toes back. Look back, make sure they're on a different track than your right foot. So you can't go back anymore. You are as wide as you can get, right? Now, squeeze your left butt cheek. Squeeze your left thigh. Squeeze the thigh around the thigh bone, like really squeeze it hard. And then keep the squeeze and press your left heel back. Very nice. Straighten your right knee. Feel how the left heel drops toward the mat. Walk your hands back. Fingertips are facing forward. Bend your elbows to drop a little more load here, taking your forehead toward your shin. Coming up again. Coming forward until the knee is over the heel. Gently drop the left knee to the ground, top of the left foot. Remember, you're at home. You can always have a towel, blanket, something to put under that knee if you want. Pillow. All right, now bring it up to the fingertips, lifting the torso. You can bring your hands to the top of the leg if you want to. Otherwise, you can stay down here. And then press forward with your hips. Feel this in the left hip flexor, right at the front of that left hip bone. And come back down. Curl the left toes, lift the left knee. You're back in that super wide lunge again. Okay, take your left hand close to your right foot. Keep that left leg super strong with the heel pressing back. Now release the right arm, reach forward with that. Bring the arm up for a rotation. Bring the arm straight back for more rotation. Binders, you can even put a bind in here. Release the arm, bring it forward and down again. Hips facing forward. Look back at that left foot. You're probably going to have to take it forward a bit. Send it out about 45 degrees and come up, warrior one. All right, make sure that your hips are facing forward. and not turn to the left. Make sure that your left glutes are nice and tight so you're really clenching the left, oops, I shouldn't say clench, activating the left buttocks and then sending that energy all the way down that leg into the outer edge of the foot. Okay? Press into the outer edge of that foot. Come down a little lower. Hands in Namaste Mudra overhead. Bring it down to the chest. Press your hands together very firmly. I'm going to face you so you can see what I'm doing here. Very firmly. All right, so you're looking at your hands, fingertips are spread apart. You're really pressing into them. So you feel the chest muscles, the shoulders, the upper arm muscles ignite. Now rotate the fingertips toward you. Get some wrist into here. Press more firmly. Press the wrist away from you. Elbows stay where they're at. Keep pressing the hands together as you rotate fingertips up and then bring them forward. And then you bring your wrists toward you, elbows away, and press some more. The more you press, the better this is going to feel when it's over. I love the feeling when this one's done. And then soften and release. Okay, messed up my mat here. All right, so we've got a Namaste Mudra here. Okay, so don't need to press the hands deeply into one another. I'm going to use this for something else now. All right, so keep your elbows lifted. Shoulders are low, hands are pressed together. Draw your navel back a bit and turn your body to the right. And pulse. Right? So you're doing little pulses to the right. Now come back to center. Now lift the arms up. Reactivate that left glute, left leg, edge of the left foot. Come forward here. Sweep forward, drop the right arm inside the right leg. Press them into one another. Reach out toward the left fingertips. Open up your left waist in the process. Lift that arm up to the ceiling. Bent knee triangle here. And binders, this is your place. So I'll lead through a bind. Turn the palm behind you. Bring the arm back. Feel the shoulder open. Nice opening. You can even do this and not bind. But if you want to bind, bend the elbow, take the top of that hand somewhere behind you. And then full binders, get the right arm underneath too. Release the bind if you put a bind in here. Take that left arm over your ear. Turn your torso toward your mat. Lift the right arm next to the left. Come back up to warrior one. Now look down at your right knee, right foot. And as you open into warrior two, that picture does not change. That leg stays right there. Do you feel how when you do that, you get inner thigh work happening, right? So there's a tendency when you open for the knee to follow you, like the knee to go to the left and then everything collapses and it's hard on the knee. All right, reach out, right and left fingertips. Reach, 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 reach. Now, right palm up, left palm up by taking the thumb forward and then the pinky forward. Something different. Now lift. So we've got that left shoulder open while we're coming back in this reverse warrior. Back to warrior two, those palms flip down toward the ground. Straighten the right leg. Take that foot out to the edge of your mat. Get yourself in a nice wide V pose with the legs. Feet are forward, toed in, never toed out. Okay, coming down for an inversion. Hinging from your hips. Turning upside down here. Dropping your head. Now, put in that rib cage breath, 360. Palms under your head, flat into the ground. Walk your hands forward. Let your head drop between your biceps. Press your chest back between your legs. And nice wide dog here. Now, in a wide dog, you can bend the elbows a little bit if that feels good. Just a little. Flow your body forward till the shoulders come over your wrists. Walk your hands back to the mat. Turn your right toe toward the front of your mat. Both hands to the front of the mat. Lift the back heel. Turn those back toes forward. We're coming into pigeon pose here. So walk your foot, the front foot, to the left side of the mat, knee toward the right. Send the left leg straight back. If you are a supine on your back pigeon person, okay, everyone who does regular, go in it. If you're a back pigeon person, you're simply on your back, knees are bent over your hips, and then you take the right ankle into the top of the left thigh, grab underneath the left thigh, bend the elbows and bring it to you. That's going to open the right hip just as much as it is in a regular pigeon pose. All right, bringing your body up, taking your palms to either side of your mat. Okay, now look at your wrists. They should be a little bit in front of your shoulders, not too much. Now, pigeon pose, get the feeling of a pigeon, the big puffy chest, and then you stick your beak down into your chest, right? So you've got the neck nice and open. Now, as you bend your elbows back, feel like you want to drag your hands back, but they're just stuck in the ground or stuck in your mat. And at the same time, you're bringing that puffy chest forward. And then release the head down and just relax and push yourself back up by straightening the arms, bending the elbows back, trying to pull back with the hands, press forward with the heart, and drop and release. All right, swinging your left leg forward, right knee comes out to the side. You know I always like to do this one for lower back. Okay, left leg coming straight out of the hip. Right knee, keep pressing it down toward the ground, activating those outer thigh muscles and inner thigh. Flex the left heel, fingertips forward. Now, just kind of drag that leg back without moving the right hip just a little bit. Just drag it back just a little bit. You don't even have to do that, but it's going to kind of help get you into this. And then come forward slowly. Keep pressing that right thigh toward the ground as you come down. Okay, okay. Now the left leg, keep it straight if you can. If you cannot, it's no big deal to bend the knee. Now release and surrender. Don't try. Just hang out here and breathe. Rib cage breath, every direction. And maybe you can feel how this opens the right hip and the right lower back and the back of the left leg. And then in this position, rib cage breath also opens the back muscles. And slowly bring your hands back towards you, coming up. Swing that left leg back. Okay, right knee is out to the side again. Curl the left toes, lift the knee off the ground, squeeze the left butt cheek, press into the hands to lift, and send the right leg back. Come into your dog pose again. Down dog. Right foot comes in just off center. Take that foot, ground it into your mat, lift the left leg. Left heel is flexed. Press forward into the palms, back with the chest. Relax your neck. Lift that leg a little higher. Open your hips to the left. A little higher with the ankle toward the ceiling. Now listen, this is where we're going to start loading on the right shoulder, which means we're going to strengthen it, but we also have to keep it open. So you press the hand into the mat. Keep that arm really nice and long. That'll keep the shoulder open for you. Send the leg back a bit more. Bend the knee a bit more. Press firmly, right hand. Press into the mat. Straighten the leg. Hips face the mat again. Okay, you can stay here or you can glide forward if you want to level up, keeping that left leg lifted. So you can always go forward and back. Or if you want to level up even more, take that knee toward the left shoulder, straighten the leg back again. Knee to shoulder, back. Knee to shoulder, back. Lift up again, three-legged dog. Look forward. Left foot comes forward between your hands. All right, coming into a lunge pose here, taking the right toes back, as far back as you can get them. Look back at that foot, make sure it's on a different track, and make sure the toes are facing forward. Now look at the left knee, it should be over the left ankle. Fire up the right butt cheek. Press the right heel back. Okay, nice and active with that leg. Now begin to straighten the front leg. Walk your hands back. Bend your elbows back. Drop your forehead toward your shin. Pyramid. Bend the left knee until it's over the ankle. Walk the hands forward. All right, gently, right knee drops, top of the right foot drops. Bring the fingertips back to lift the torso. Press forward with the hip flexor. Now listen, or with the hip, or you can bring your hands to the top of that leg. Either way works. Just feel it all here. You know, it's a tough muscle group to get. So you kind of want to get used to what it feels like when you do get at it like this. Fingertips come down to the ground. Back toes curl. Knee lifts up. Press that right heel back. Squeeze the right butt cheek. Stay nice and strong. Right hand comes close to the left foot. Reach forward with the left arm and back with the right heel. So you're pressing forward fingertips, pushing back with that heel. Lift the arm to turn. Nice rotation. Bring the arm straight back to get more turn. And a bind if you want even more. Release. Bring that arm forward and down. Look back at that right foot. Turn it out to 45 degrees. Make sure you're on different tracks. And come on up. Warrior one. All right, so remember we did the prayer position thing for our wrists. We're going to do something else. Bring the arms out to the sides. Again, I'm going to face you. Bring the arms at the sides. We're going to do some shoulder stuff here. Okay, I don't want to slip. Okay, so make a fist. Press the fists away from you. So we're really keeping the shoulder joints nice and open here by pressing. Okay, okay. Roll the fists, the palms, up toward the ceiling and back. Now lift the arms up. Now roll the fists in toward each other and forward with the palms, and then out to the sides with the palms. Open to the side again. Roll the palms back. You're still pressing through those knuckles, and pinkies come forward. Hold this. Now pinkies go down to the ground and forward and up toward the ceiling as much as you can. And then roll the other direction. And release. Back to warrior one. Okay, left foot is forward. All right, reach forward. Drop the left arm inside the left leg, press them into one another. Now reach out, left fingertips, open up, right fingertips, open up the right waist. Lift the arm up to the ceiling. Binders, you can bind this. Rotate the palm back, bring the arm back, bend the elbow, take the top hand into the back body. Release the bind, bring that arm over your ear. Turn your torso toward the mat, lift the left arm, come on up, warrior one again. Coming down for pigeon, left side. If you're on your back, you've got your left ankle at the top of your right thigh. You grab under the right thigh, bring it toward you. If you're on the ground, make sure you level those hips before you drop down. Drop down is in drop weight into it. Drop your torso into it. So keep in mind that, and you know this, but nothing should hurt, okay? If something hurts, back off and do something else. Modify or do a different pose. Hey, you want to come at this, sensibly. The reason I say this is there was someone who told me who was taking my classes forever, for years and years. She goes, it really hurts when I do pigeon. And I'm like, then you shouldn't do it. Try supine, try something else, but just really listen to your body. And that's what yoga makes you good at. All right, bringing your torso up, taking your hands to the sides of your mat, and then the wrists are just a little in front of your shoulders. Okay, get that little puffy pigeon chest going. Tuck your pigeon beak into the chest. Bend the elbows back. Feel like you want to slide the hands back, but they're stuck as you press your chest forward. And then drop your head, release, straighten the arms, bring yourself back up. Again, elbows bend, a lot of isometric here, everyone. Draw those palms back, heart forward, and back up. Sending the right leg forward, left knee out to the side. Okay, pressing that left knee down to the ground, getting a really nice opening there. We've really opened the left lower back here. Flexing the right heel. And then if you want to drag the heel back a little bit with the hip, go for it before you come down. And then you slowly bring yourself down over the leg. Does not matter how far down you go, just feel it. Be with your body. Notice what's happening, the sensations. Press that left knee toward the ground. Feel the inner thigh, outer thigh work there. And then finally, soften into the pose. Add that rib cage breath, all directions. And slowly bringing yourself back up. Releasing the left leg forward. You got both legs in front of you now. Okay. And then just lift one hip, the other, one, the other, and start walking them back as you start bringing your belly down towards your thighs. And we just snuck into a seated fold right here, dropping down. Again, no hang-ups about how far down you go, just feel it. Knees can be bent, that's fine. Release the neck at the end, let the head drop. Now the rib cage breath. And slowly coming up, swinging the legs behind you and coming to standing pose. Feet about hip distance apart or closer. Swing those arms back, bring them up. And lifting the fingertips toward the ceiling, turn the palms away from you, bring the arms down. Turn the right palm to the side, lift it up. Bend the elbow, take the side of the head, soften the right shoulder, soften the left, and bring the right ear toward the right shoulder. Release the head, bring the right arm down, left arm comes up. Drop the right shoulder. Bend the elbow, take the side of the head, drop the left shoulder as much as you can. And then bring the ear to the shoulder, opening the right neck this time. Right side of the neck. And release. All right, getting ready for a waterfall. So if you don't like waterfall, just do something else. Remember, waterfall is a really deep breath. It's a breath work, it's pranayama. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then, of course, when you come down, you sit in the chair. So arms come up. Inhale, nose. Exhale, open the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Let this exhale take everything out of your lungs. Through the nose. One more. Inhale. Stay down. All right. Bend your elbows. Gently clasp elbows with the opposite fingers. Let those arm bones be heavy. Let them pull apart your wing bones. Let your skull be heavy and open your neck. Rock side to side with this. Elephant, right? The elephant tusk side to side. Bring it back to center. Release your arms and slowly roll up. Bring your arms up. Namaste Mudra over your head. And slowly bring it to your heart. Let those thumbs land right at your heart center, which is at the center of your chest. And then forehead drops to the fingertips. And release. Okay, down to the ground, belly down, and crocodile pose, a restorative pose. Feet are toed in, palms are stacked, forehead rests on the top hand. So restorative means, just very, very passive. And then kind of scan the body, notice where you're still holding on to tension. Keep your awareness there, send some breath there, let it release. So even if it doesn't release all the way, it'll release at least partially. All right, feet are still toed in, legs hip distance or closer. Take your palms chest level. Take your elbows in close to your body, press them down toward your feet. Now lift your pubic bone, round it toward your belly, and bring it back down. All right, your head is lifted, you're looking straight down at the mat. Your neck is in alignment with the rest of the spine, and it's going to stay there. So as you begin to peel your body off the mat, The head stays in that same position relative to, I should say, the neck and relative to the spine. So you don't draw the back of your head towards your back. So cobra pose is, I hope I said cobra, not pigeon. I may have misspoken. Cobra pose is not that high. But some people, when they're in cobra, want to go straight into a back bend, which is much higher. Now, when you come back down, make it slow and controlled. Check out the neck, make sure it's in alignment with the rest of your spine. Feel the front of your body meet the mat inch by inch. Kiss your forehead to the mat. Come up one more time. Keep in mind, cobra is a back strengthener, so don't press into the hands any more than you need to. Recruit those back muscles to do the work. Back down again. Oh, I forgot. Twist. So you can look over one shoulder if you feel like it tonight, and then the other from either cobra or back bend. And then slowly making your way down again. And after your forehead meets the mat, you can turn your head to one side, release your arms with your palms up, and just rest there. And then very, very slowly, slow motion style, turn your head to the other side and rest in that other cheekbone. Then bring your head back to center. Push up into table pose. Curl your tail. Press your hips back toward your heels and slowly make your way down into child's pose. And of course, in child's pose, you can have your arms in front of you. Just don't have them stick straight with the shoulders, all crunched up. Keep it, keep some bend in the elbow, or you can bring the arms along the sides of you. Okay, and then if you're staying for Shavasana, you can flip it over and come into Shavasana. So just allow the weight of your body to be supported by the mat, the ground, the earth. Don't hold on to your weight at all. Just drop your weight, drop your body. Just feel the body become very quiet, very still. When the body becomes very quiet and still, you'll notice the breath. So be aware of the sensations of your breath. And, let go of any control. Let the breath be just natural and just notice the sensations. So cover your breath with your awareness. And of course, you're going to leave the breath with your awareness, with your attention, and you just keep bringing it back. You'll begin to notice that feeling of space opening up, spaciousness in the body and the mind. and even in the heart. Everything just becoming still and open. And if you find yourself caught up in thought or distracted by thought, just take your awareness back to your breath every time. Just use the breath as your anchor to come back into your body, into your sensations. And notice when you are distracted by a thought. It's an excellent exercise, by the way. It's all part of meditation. That all of that with the distraction, that's part of meditation. You get to learn more about your mind and what it does. Okay? So it's a good thing. So if you do get caught into thought, try to really be aware of what that thought is and take a good look at it. And notice how it begins to lose its shape and form and kind of dissolve. Right? Because, their thoughts are always fleeting. And the next time another thought comes, see if you cannot, see if you can be aware of when you start to chase that thought or get sucked into that thought. Just notice. And then again, take a look at it and watch what happens. Go back to the breath, the stillness, the space between the thoughts. So even though meditation, what we're doing now, has an outcome of calmness, when you're in meditation, it's not always calm, right? But you get to kind of watch what your mind does, get to understand it, kind of how it hooks onto a thought and runs with it, and then goes to another thought, another. And soon you're lost in those thoughts. And then notice how you can bring yourself back to your breath, to your body, to what's happening right now. And then you begin to notice those movements, the energy, the rivers of your inner peace that flow through all this, especially when you're still and you're not caught up in your thoughts. Just notice that. Notice the feeling of your inner peace. And in tonight's Shavasana, if you'd like to put a prayer, intention, or sankalpa here, you can do that now. And really appreciate, if you did put a prayer, intention, or sankalpa, appreciate that Right, that energy, that the intention of it, the energy of it. Okay, a lot of potential. Next exhale, release it. Let it go completely and go back to your breath, your body resting, your mind open and still, your heart open, warm, soft. And slowly making your transition. Rolling to your right side. And slowly make your way to seated pose. And arms open wide, palms up. Okay, feel this breath from beginning to end. Inhale, exhale. Namaste. All right. Thank you, everyone. What gorgeous, gorgeous weather we're having. Enjoy. It should be a beautiful weekend. Oh, yoga in the park on Saturday. Just a reminder. And it is not at 9, it's at 10 this weekend. So I know I'll see some of you there at least. I know I'll see you there, Fern, probably. Okay. Bye, everyone. Oh, wait, I gotta read this. What did you write, Brenda? Oh, oh, there's another message. Let's see. Oh, good. Neck and shoulders happy again. Wonderful. Okay, good. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a great
Bye
weekend.
bye.
Bye. Bye, Rob.